Today's heartwarming story. No one knew what mischief the son had done. The principal suddenly called a mother to the school and said, "Your son wrote an essay today on the topic, 'If my mother took a day off,' and it left the entire staff room silent. At first, everyone laughed, and then everyone began to cry." The mother sat down nervously. She wondered what kind of mischief her son could have done. The principal smiled, handed her the notebook, and said, "Don't wait until you get home. Read it here." On the first page, it read, "If my mother took a day off." I used to think my mother was the strictest woman in the world. She woke me up at 5 every morning to study. She scolded me if I did not finish my lunch. She took away my phone if I used it for too long. Even on holidays, she would ask me to clean my room. Sometimes I wished, if only my mother would go away for just one day. Then last Monday, my mother fell seriously ill. The doctor told her to take complete bed rest. For the first time in my life, I saw she did not get out of bed. The alarm rang, but no one gently stroked my hair and said, "Wake up, son. Aren't you going to school?" I woke up late. My uniform was not ironed. One sock was in one room and the other somewhere else. My lunchbox was empty. Dad stood in the kitchen trying to make chapatis for the first time. They were not round. They looked more like the map of India. That was the first time I realized how many things my mother does every single morning. When I returned from school, no one was there waiting at the door. Mom was lying in bed. Yet, she smiled and asked, "You are home, my prince?" I said, "Mom, I'm hungry." She tried to get up, but the pain forced her to lie back down. That day, for the first time, I served my food for myself. The food was cold, but the house felt even colder. That night, I saw Mom burning with fever. Yet, she was asking Dad, "Did he drink his milk? Has he finished his homework? Don't forget to pack his drawing notebook tomorrow." She cared more about me than about her own illness. Next day, I picked up Mom's phone. I thought I'll find some games. Instead, it was filled with my photos, my first day at school, my first bicycle ride, the day I had a fever. There was not even one beautiful picture of her. Every photo was of me. That day I understood, maybe mothers don't live for themselves, they live for their children. On the third day, I gently massaged her feet. She smiled and joked, "Did the sun rise from the west today?" I smiled too, but my eyes filled with the tears. I remembered how many times I had told her, "You don't know anything. You only know how to scold." But the truth was, I was the one who knew nothing. I never realized. My school uniform does not fold itself. My lunchbox does not fill itself. My bed does not make itself. My favorite meal don't cook themselves. Behind every little comfort in my life were my mother's sleepless nights, her time, and her entire life. If God ever asks me what the hardest job in the world is, I will answer, being a mother. Because a mother never gets an off day. Even with a fever, she keeps the home running. Even in pain, she worries about her children. Even when she wants to cry, she serves food with a smile. Now, I will never ask God to send my mother away for even a day. Instead, I'll pray, "God, please give my years of life to my mother." Because when a mother is at home, even the smallest house feels like heaven. The essay ended here. The mother's hands trembled as she held the notebook. Her tears fell onto its pages. She remembered that just a month earlier her son had shouted, "All you know is how to scold." She had cried the entire night. But today, without anyone teaching him, her son had finally understood her sacrifices. The principal softly said, "Children may not always understand our words, but one day they understand our sacrifices. They just need time." The mother returned home. Her son came running to the door. This time he said nothing. He simply hugged her tightly. She gently stroked his head. Neither of them spoke. Yes, their silence said everything. That evening, for the first time, the boy picked up his own plate, cleaned his own shoes, and before going to bed, he said, "Mom, I won't let you work alone anymore." The mother smiled. In that one sentence, all her exhaustion disappeared. Remember, children rarely understand the value of their parents while they are doing everything for them. They realize it only when those loving hands begin to grow tired. So don't wait. Sit beside your parents today. Hold their hands and tell them, "You are the reason my world exists."